Lena Harper had always been intrigued by old, abandoned places. As a journalist for the Willow Creek Gazette, her passion lay in uncovering the mysteries that time had forgotten. So when she received an anonymous invitation to Ravenwood Hall, a mansion that had stood empty for over a century on the outskirts of Willow Creek, her curiosity was immediately piqued. The letter was penned in elegant, flowing script on thick, cream-colored parchment. Dear Ms. Harper, Ravenwood Hall holds secrets that have remained buried for generations. Your reputation as a seeker of truth precedes you. Should you choose to uncover the past, meet me at dusk this Friday by the old oak tree. A friend. Intrigued and sensing a story that could captivate her readers, Lena decided to investigate. Ravenwood Hall was a name whispered among the townsfolk, a place shrouded in rumors of hauntings and unexplained disappearances. According to local lore, the mansion had been the home of the wealthy Ravenscroft family, who vanished without a trace one stormy night in 1903, leaving behind a legacy of unanswered questions. Determined to unveil the truth, Lena began her preparations. She researched everything she could about Ravenwood Hall, diving into old newspaper archives and town records. The mansion, once a symbol of grandeur and prosperity, had fallen into disrepair, its windows shattered and gardens overgrown. Locals avoided the area after dark, and stories of ghostly apparitions and strange noises kept the curious at bay. Friday arrived, and Lena found herself standing beneath the sprawling branches of the old oak tree mentioned in the letter. The sun was beginning to set, casting long shadows across the landscape. She glanced around, expecting to see someone, but the area remained eerily quiet. Just as she was about to call out, a figure emerged from the shadows, a woman dressed in vintage attire, her face partially obscured by a wide-brimmed hat. "Ms. Harper?" the woman asked, her voice soft yet commanding. "Yes, that's me," Lena replied cautiously. "You sent me the invitation?" The woman nodded and extended her hand. "I'm Evelyn Ravenscroft, the last of the Ravenscroft lineage. Thank you for accepting my invitation." Lena shook her hand, feeling a chill despite the warm evening air. "What can you tell me about Ravenwood Hall?" Evelyn glanced towards the mansion in the distance. "Ravenwood Hall is more than just a house. It holds the echoes of our family's past, and those echoes have not been silent for a long time. I need your help to uncover the truth behind our disappearance." As twilight descended, Lena and Evelyn made their way to Ravenwood Hall. The mansion loomed ominously against the darkening sky, its once majestic facade now crumbling and overgrown with ivy. The air was thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying wood. Evelyn produced an old key from her pocket and unlocked the heavy front door. It creaked loudly as they stepped inside, the sound echoing through the vast, empty halls. Lena's flashlight beam swept across the grand foyer, revealing remnants of opulent furnishings now covered in dust and cobwebs. "Please, follow me," Evelyn instructed, leading Lena through the mansion. They passed through numerous rooms, each telling a story of its own. Portraits of the Ravenscroft ancestors lined the walls, their eyes seemingly following Lena's every move. In the dining room, an antique chandelier hung precariously, swaying gently despite the lack of any breeze. They arrived at the library, a room filled with towering bookshelves and a large fireplace. Evelyn gestured for Lena to sit at the table where a stack of old letters lay scattered. "These letters were written by my great-grandfather, Henry Ravenscroft," Evelyn explained. "They detail the family's growing unease, leading up to the night we all vanished." Lena began reading the letters, her eyes scanning the faded ink. The entries spoke of strange occurrences, unexplained noises, objects moving on their own, and a pervasive sense of dread that settled over the household. The final letter was particularly unsettling. October 12th, 1903. The darkness grows thicker each day. Tonight we must perform the ritual to protect our family from the forces that seek to claim us. May God have mercy on our souls. Ritual? Lena questioned. What ritual? Evelyn looked away, her expression troubled. It's something I need your help with. The Ravenscroft family believed that performing this ritual would safeguard us from the malevolent entities that haunted Ravenwood Hall. But something went terribly wrong. Determined to understand what happened, Lena and Evelyn decided to recreate the ritual described in the letters. According to the final entry, the ritual required specific components and precise timing to be effective. They spent the next few days gathering the necessary items: candles, herbs, a ceremonial dagger, and a collection of old family heirlooms. Evelyn provided detailed instructions from the letters, guiding Lena through each step with a mixture of hope and fear. On the eve of their attempt, a storm brewed outside, mirroring the conditions described in the final Ravenscroft letter. Lightning illuminated the sky, and thunder rumbled through the mansion, creating an atmosphere of impending doom. As midnight approached, Lena and Evelyn prepared the ritual space in the grand library. They arranged the candles in a specific pattern, placed the herbs in bowls, and positioned the dagger at the center of the table. Evelyn began reciting the incantations, her voice steady despite the chaos outside. Lena followed her lead, chanting the words, with a mixture of skepticism and desperation. As they reached the climax of the ritual, the room grew colder and the candles flickered violently. The air thickened, and the oppressive presence that had long haunted Ravenwood Hall seemed to stir. Suddenly, the ground beneath them shook, and a blinding light enveloped the room. Lena shielded her eyes, feeling a surge of energy coursing through her. When the light faded, the room was eerily silent, the storm outside momentarily subsiding. "Did it work?" Lena whispered, her voice trembling. Evelyn looked around, her face pale. "I hope so." In the days that followed, Ravenwood Hall felt different. The oppressive atmosphere had lifted, replaced by a sense of calm. Lena noticed subtle changes. No more cold spots, no more unexplained noises. It seemed the ritual had succeeded in freeing the spirits that had long tormented the mansion. Evelyn, however, remained distant, her eyes haunted by memories of the past. "The ritual broke the hold the entities had on the mansion," she explained. "But the true cost was our own souls. My family and I are now bound to Ravenwood Hall, ensuring that its secrets remain protected." Lena felt a pang of sorrow. "So, you're saying you'll never leave?" Evelyn nodded slowly. "Our presence will keep Ravenwood Hall safe from those who might seek to exploit its power. It's a burden we willingly bear." Tears welled in Lena's eyes as she reached out to comfort Evelyn. "Is there anything I can do to help?" Evelyn smiled sadly. "Just remember our story. Share the truth so that Ravenwood Hall is respected and preserved, not disturbed by those who might bring darkness back." Determined to honor Evelyn and the Ravenscroft family's sacrifice, Lena wrote a comprehensive article detailing her experiences at Ravenwood Hall. She highlighted the importance of respecting historical sites and the dangers of meddling with unknown forces. The article garnered significant attention, bringing both curiosity and reverence to the mansion. Preservation efforts were initiated, ensuring that Ravenwood Hall remained protected and its history preserved for future generations. Visitors who dared to explore the grounds reported a sense of peace and a lack of the former malevolent presence. The whispers and shadows that once plagued the mansion were gone, replaced by a serene beauty that had long been overshadowed by fear. Months passed, and life in Willow Creek returned to normal. Lena continued her work at the Gazette, her reputation as a fearless journalist solidified by her harrowing experience at Ravenwood Hall. Yet, late at night, she couldn't help but feel that something was still watching her. One evening, as she sat in her study reviewing her latest articles, Lena heard a soft whisper. She turned, half expecting to see Evelyn, but the room was empty. The whisper was faint, almost imperceptible, but unmistakably present. "Remember us." Lena's heart raced as she realized the voices had not entirely faded. She dismissed it as her imagination, a residual echo of her intense experiences. However, the whispers became more frequent, occurring during moments of solitude and reflection. Determined to confront these lingering echoes, Lena returned to Ravenwood Hall, seeking answers. The mansion greeted her with an air of tranquility, its presence no longer oppressive, but welcoming. Inside Ravenwood Hall, Lena felt a sense of déjà vu. She walked through the familiar halls, now restored and vibrant, thanks to the preservation efforts. As she entered the library, the site of the ritual, she felt a presence beside her. "Evelyn," she called softly. The ghostly figure of Evelyn appeared, her expression gentle. "You've come back." Lena nodded, tears welling up. The whispers. "They haven't stopped. I need to understand." Evelyn smiled. "Some echoes are not easily silenced. They are reminders of what was lost and the sacrifices made to protect this place. Your presence keeps our memories alive, ensuring that Ravenwood Hall remains a place of peace." Lena approached Evelyn, her voice filled with empathy. "I want to help. How can I ensure these echoes remain peaceful?" Evelyn placed a hand on Lena's shoulder. "Continue to honor our story. Share our legacy with respect and understanding. Let Ravenwood Hall be a symbol of resilience and the enduring power of truth." As Lena embraced Evelyn's spirit, the whispers ceased, replaced by a profound silence that spoke volumes. She felt a sense of closure, knowing that both she and the Ravenscroft family had found a way to coexist peacefully. Returning to Willow Creek, Lena felt a renewed sense of purpose. Her experiences at Ravenwood Hall had not only deepened her understanding of the supernatural, but also reinforced her commitment to uncovering and preserving the truth. She organized a community event at the mansion, inviting locals to learn about its history and the Ravenscroft family's story. The event was a success, fostering a sense of unity and pride among the townspeople. Ravenwood Hall became a beloved landmark, its haunting past transformed into a tale of courage and redemption. Lena continued to write for the Gazette, her stories now enriched by her first-hand experiences with the unknown. She realized that some mysteries were meant to be respected rather than solved, and that the true essence of storytelling lay in honoring the balance between light and darkness. Years later, Ravenwood Hall stood as a testament to the enduring spirit of the Ravenscroft family and the power of truth. Lena's articles had become a staple in the Gazette, inspiring others to seek out and preserve their own local histories. One autumn evening, as Lena walked through the now majestic gardens of Ravenwood Hall, she felt a gentle breeze caress her face. The sun set in a blaze of orange and gold, casting long shadows that danced across the landscape. As she reached the old oak tree where she first met Evelyn, Lena heard a familiar whisper carried by the wind. "Thank you." She smiled, feeling the presence of her friend and the Ravenscroft family. "You're welcome," she whispered back, knowing that their stories would continue to echo through the halls of Ravenwood, inspiring those who dared to listen. Echoes of Ravenwood Hall weaves a tale of mystery, sacrifice, and the enduring power of truth. Lena Harper's journey not only uncovers the haunting past of Ravenwood Hall, but also serves as a reminder of the importance of respecting history and the spirits that linger within it. The lingering whispers at the story's end invite listeners to reflect on the balance between uncovering the past and preserving its sanctity, ensuring that Ravenwood Hall remains a place of peace and remembrance. Thank you for immersing yourself in echoes of Ravenwood Hall. If this story sent chills down your spine, subscribe to NoSleep Tales on YouTube for more spine-tingling narratives. Share your thoughts and let me know what supernatural mysteries you'd like to hear next.